Hello. Hi, Culpable. Hello, Geode. How are you guys? I'm so glad to be home. Back home from the wedding. Everything went well. Everyone survived. Even though my soul was scarred and will never be the same. But it is fine. We have Lionel. He will bring us back. And he will cleanse the soul, including mine. Alright. How sad and pathetic a human being one has to be to rely on playing a fictional character in a fictional world on a fictional server. Well, the server is very much real. I guess we at least have some sort of normalcy there. Who is scarred? I am! I'm not much of a social and definitely not much of a wedding man. Especially the part, where people celebrate drunk. Not my favorite thing to do. But it was to be expected. Have it all behind me. And yeah, no more weddings for John, that's for sure. What the? What is with you jerks? The ping must be really good. Look at them. How sad. Once children of the light. And now look at them. Mindless beast, controlled by the corruption, spreading all around. Truly a sign of the upcoming judgment day. We'll probably need to wind down if not to de-stress after such a big social event too. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one, but at the same time, I feel you. It's nice meeting people, new people, meeting old people that you already know in new situations. And of course, I'm glad for my brother and his new wife, no longer fiance, that everything worked out for them. But we'll just say that if I had a wedding, it would be just me and the bride. Prince. Slowly building his castle. Let's see how it is. Something tells me this is just his little hideout. Okay, I need a yellow lotus potion. Let's see, I think I saw there is a decent chance I may not get to RP with you today because I have things to do at my mom's. Oh, that's totally fine, Clubbable. I will of course miss you, but once you can make it, I'm sure there will be others to RP with you. And if I'm no longer around, well, we'll catch up later, like tomorrow. But I hope everything goes well with your mom. Ooh, strawberry muffin. Now we're talking. Look at this. Looks beautiful. Although, why do we have this in our fridge? This disgusting source of temptation. Decadence. Gluttony. Sorry, I had to translate that word. I totally forgot. Alright. Do we have here? Ooh, fancy. Wait, where's my use? There we go. Attributes reset. Those are gifts from others I plan to give to the poor and hungry. Okay, well, you know how to justify everything. You see how it is? Nicely done. I would like to try a new build that I've tested on my PvP server. Yeah, definitely this one. Okay, we will go with the agility. presume it's medium. Yes, it is. %50% increased healing from healing effects. Yes, yeah. Sorry, heck yeah. Glutton for punishment, of course. This perk. I still don't understand what the Conan devs were thinking. I guess if there is a server that eliminates potions or healing for during PvP, I guess it would make sense, but I don't know. I still have my doubts when it comes to. I mean, we'll see. We don't want to make any judgments without proper chance, you know, to test it all. But so far, from what I've witnessed, it hasn't exactly been as enjoyable as the previous version of Conan PvP before the 3.0 patch. But overall, like, I like some of the ideas in the new attribute system. Not all of them, though, that's for sure. It might be different with other weapons, too. Greetings, my child. How is the Purifier of Darkness today?
Greetings, Father Lionel. I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to empty my pockets. How have you slept?
I have slept well. Unfortunately, I was awoken abruptly, for my nose smelled something foul in the icebox. It smelled gluttony, and what I witnessed with my eyes almost gave me a heart attack. My child, why was our humble home infested with these cupcakes?
You would likely need to speak to the priestess of Mitra. I cannot explain the reasonings behind her actions.
So it is the devil that possessed her body, took over.
She would argue that that is not the case. I'm sure she would tell you that everyone deserves a bit more. At least that was her argument for the prince's quarters.
I see. We must have faith, then. Perhaps this is a part of her grand plan. But we must be vigilant and watch over her. When one stares deep into the abyss can stare back at you.
Agreed. Although that does... You'll have to forgive my questioning, Father Lionel, but... Is the prince not your charge? Why is she making decisions on his behalf?
My child, I am an old man in a frail body. I cannot be around for eternity. The prince needs help. He needs help from all of us, from you, from her. If he is supposed to be a good ruler one day, if we're supposed to succeed in our mission to prepare him for his new duties, the mission that I was charged with by his parents, then he will need all of us. Otherwise, there is no hope for him.
Alright. It does appear that the prince and perhaps his assistant are sleeping elsewhere. I have not seen their horses return here.
Then we must look for this place, for this den, and we must purify it, cleanse it, set it on righteous fires. I knew that the prince wasn't truly honest with me. I knew that he was playing the game, making sure I only see what I'm supposed to see. But in a way, that is a success. For when I first met him, he was weak. He was careless. But now, he's manipulative. He is careful. And his actions allow him to move freely, outside of my control. These are the signs of a skilled ruler.
Oh.
Indeed, my child. I was supposed to prepare him. I was supposed to ensure that he will live a long and prosperous life. His careless, bohemian life had to be put to an end. And even though I would prefer him to be honest, modest, that may be a luxury we are not able to afford. At the very least, with these newly acquired skills, he will survive. The burden of leadership is heavy, my child. The prince was cursed with these responsibilities. He had no choice. And I at least want him to live long enough to perhaps one day walk the righteous path. But it must be his own decision. Otherwise, we're no better than owners of slaves. Freedom of will cannot be broken.
Of course, Father Lionel, I had not thought of these things in such a way. The rulers of my people were... well, brutality went far further than what the princes gained here.
Indeed, my child. And I apologize. I cannot put into words how unimaginable your life must have been to me and to the rest of us. You are a different breed, my child. Bred to be strong, powerful, vicious and fierce. I often claim that instead of fear I have faith. But I wish it was true. I do fear many things. A fear of failure. A fear that some of my choices could have been different. But you, my child, you were never provided this option. You had to endure the choices of others. I guess in a way, the taste of freedom was something you were not exactly accustomed to. Or am I mistaken?
You are not mistaken, no. Perhaps the ways I have been looking at the others here, those that choose to side with you but do not follow you. Perhaps my vision has been narrow upon looking at them.
My child, all those who follow me, I cannot put into words how grateful I am. I wish I knew them as much as they deserve to be known. I wish I knew all their stories. I do hope that one day I will have a chance to learn from them, to benefit from their wisdom and their experience. But their mere presence inspires me. Their resolve fuels mine. And of course, without them, I would have no church, I would have no clothes, and I would have no safety to conduct my business as I am today. So thank you, my child.
There is never any thanks needed. You have given me more than I could have ever expected. It is a pleasure and honor to serve you.
I promise I will not let you down, as long as there is a single soul in need. I will be all over it like white on rice.
course.
Speaking of, the last visit in Carnival left me concerned. We encountered heavy resistance, a verbal one, but I fear that it might turn into more soon. We must make ready, my child, for the time when our swords will do the talking. Will be upon us soon. I can sense it. The closer the judgment day comes, the more likely these souls, lost, wandering aimlessly in the world, will try to rebel against the followers of light, those who walk the righteous path, those who want to set them free. They grew accustomed to this chaos, and in the end, they might even be desperate enough to defend it. Just like agents in Matrix! Prepare your weapon. Prepare your armor. For this time.
I am prepared as always.
Very good. And it is time to put them to use. And to test our resolve. We will not be stopped by these heretics. Do you know of a place that we could use as a training field?
We could go just across the way, above the matron shrine.
I do wonder. There is... This place looks also flat.
Agreed, its shape will make a fine sparring field.
Very well. And we are not too far from our home in case others would like to join us. I am ready, my child.
As am I.
That's bullshit. It shouldn't have happened. Good fight, my child. Let me help you up.
Thank you.
Hello, Hunger. How are you? Oh, check it out on the vault, Culpable. I feel like that's something, one thing that you wouldn't like to miss out on.
Shall we go again?
Of course. Good luck. How are you, Hunger? Hope you're having a lovely weekend. That was a nice hit. Good fight, my child. I apologize for the magnitude of my relentless pressure. It has been a while since I used my sword, and fueled by my faith and resolve, It can often seem insurmountable, unstoppable, but fear not, my child. For even when a wave of water is powerful enough, it cannot pierce through the mountain, be that mountain, and stop the relentless pressure. Last weekend before I start moving things, so it's good. Oh, where are you moving? Good luck. You're changing an apartment. That's exciting. Hope everything goes well. I definitely enjoy this new build. A bit more stamina, and some of the perks are much better. Hello, Zero, how are you? Hope you're having a lovely weekend too. Good fight, my child. Moving to a new town, nice! That's exciting. Hello, Annie. How are you? I heard you're our new neighbor. I'm excited. I'm doing good, Zero. I'm going to hurt you if you tell me good fight again. Well fought, my child. Let us try again, for we must practice. The heretics will not go easy on us, and we must not go easy on them. Show them your faith. Show them your resolve. Put you.
Alright, I am ready.
Very good, my child. Very good. That was a risky move, my child. That was even riskier, my child. If you're trying to confuse me, then you are succeeding. But you can only confuse Lionel. His sword will not be so easily baited. I almost said you baited. Focus, my child. Focus. Pick your angles, my child. Know your enemy before you face him. Otherwise, you're going into a losing battle. My sword has many weaknesses. Find them, exploit them. Let me attack into nothingness. Avoid my hits and benefit from my stationary position. Always be on the move. It is hard to hit a moving target. But you must be unpredictable. For I receive many visions. I can see your attempts to avoid me. Good fight. It's probably getting... I know. I know what you're feeling, my child. A righteous anger boiling inside of you. I want you to resist it. I want you to keep your composure. Keep your cool. For if you are fighting like a mindless brute, a beast, then you will not succeed against a follower of the light. I believe we have a visitor. I believe they are simply passing through.
It does appear that many do pass through here.
That is good. They are drawn to us. Like butterflies, circling around a beautiful flower, blooming in the meadow. But we must fight stronger than butterflies. We must fight They are faith and resolve that will not be matched by any opponent. Good luck, my child. Remember, my child, you're much better off using your dodges whenever I am trying to attack you. When it is your last resort, do not use them offensively to confuse me or to bait me. Conserve your energy. Repel me with your mighty axe. It has a longer reach than my sword. Yes, good. It is important to face your enemy. Never show him your back. Don't lose sight of him. Good. Not even my mighty dodge allowed me to escape unscathed. Remember, every time you attack, you leave yourself open for retaliation. Make sure your attacks count. Hello, Doug. He's sparring, and the only thing I remember is the fun I had with the katana this afternoon. Oh my god, Dark. It was so freaking strong. And hello, Nephaline. Thank you so much too. Getting so much better every time we spar. Very dangerous opponent. I like it. Remember, my child, every time you see me doing these combinations of attacks, it leaves me very, very tired. Use that against me. Pressure. That was a good combination, yes. Thought I hate the glutton for punishment perk, trying to use the bow. Yeah, hate it too. Hate any kind of regenerations. Yes, that was a very good dodge. Be very careful about my third and fourth heavy attack. Be careful about these dodges. Oh, my character doesn't very use it now. Remember, my child, you are currently suffering from being slowed down by some of my hits. Always try to run away. Catch your breath. A tired opponent that is slow is as good as death. Good fight, my child. I do believe that before we engage in more physical exercise, we should perhaps rethink the strategy. For I sincerely believe that even though the ability to stagger your opponent is mighty, perhaps the ability to resist the staggering might be worth further training and exploration. Talking about this perk, I definitely prefer the Bloodmaid Berserker.
Alright.
Perhaps it is time to remember the teachings of your ancestor and to engage in more of a berserkerish resolve. I would also consider relying on your agility instead of your brute strength and grit. Even though you are a sturdy opponent, once you do not have enough energy, you are almost as good as a dead opponent. Yeah, I would definitely. Your strikes must be precise. And precision in your strikes will ensure that your duel will be won. And perhaps some of your grit could be put to better use. To be more agile. That would be my suggestion. That is how you can fight as Lionel.
Alright. I will begin adjusting.
I'll send her the screenshot. Very good, my child. She already left. Yeah, but because it's a pain in the ass for me to take you down while you have it. Yes. But honestly, Hunger, like, I don't mind. But I feel like everyone will have these perks. It's too strong and too good to basically even consider anything else in the vitality section. And I kind of don't like the idea of everyone just regenerating like that. Put nothing to grit today and just did 20 for strength, agility and vitality. Worked pretty well, I think. Oh, that's interesting. What is the last agility perk? Let me see. Jogging, sprinting, jumping, swimming and climbing cost less stamina and are faster. Oh, that might be interesting. Jump while in the air to do a second jump, or after dodging, your next damaging attack has 25% increased penetration and your next swing costs no stamina. I don't really like that. I feel like... Yeah, I definitely like the endurance perk. I feel like that's a must-have. Yeah, it is definitely annoying to deal with, and I can only imagine that as an archer must be horrible. X-Max IG. The no stem cost was really nice with the spear. That is a good point, yeah. Wait, is it a no cost of like the dodge? Let me see. After dodging, your next damaging attack has 25% increased penetration, your next swing cost... Oh, gotcha. So it's just a swing. Yeah, the swings definitely take a bit more in terms of consuming stamina. Like, I think it's like twice as much. Like, these lunges used to cost nothing, I remember. They were basically as costly as the heavy attacks. Sorry, as the light attacks. They definitely made them much more expensive. Or it is some of the perks that made them a bit cheaper, that are no longer there. But yeah, heavy attacks are definitely much more committal. And honestly, I feel like that's a good decision. The one-handed sword was overpowered for so long. So I'm kind of glad that it is... it requires a bit more finesse to actually use it well. When we were sparring earlier against other weapons, I definitely felt, especially against the katana, that it's much more fair. And it promotes different playstyles too, which is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I'm excited. I also wanted to craft myself a better sword. Not a better sword, a nicer looking sword. There's the blacksmith, perfect. What is it called? Longsword. There we go. I need steel bar and range. Come on. Must be some ranges, yes. I've been practicing a lot with the claws, so hopefully using that I can counter the glutton for punishment. Oh yeah, the agility claws, right? Definitely interesting choice. When Tarim was using them on our PvP server, it was quite nasty. There we go. Much more fitting. I like skinny swords. That have like very little detail. I will be waiting for you outside, my child, whenever you are ready. Good day, my child. Do not run away from light. No, my child. I understand that you are afraid. But one day, you will be forced to fear. You will be forced to feel the judgment day. And during that day, running away will not save you.
Stop following me.
My child, I am simply offering your soul a salvation. Do not run away from me.
Why should you do this salvation?
Because, my child, the judgment day is upon us. And the only way to save her soul is to stop right now and listen of what I have to say.
No, stop following me.
My child, I cannot. For when I see a poor soul in need, lost, wandering these lands, I cannot be stopped.
I am no longer.
You do not mean what you are saying. I can hear your soul weeping. It leaves a trail of sadness, which I must follow. For I walk the righteous path. No, my child, I cannot. Unfortunately, I am an old man, and my body betrayed me. I wish you good luck on your journey. Hello, Black Rose Moon. And hello, Dark, by the way. Sorry if I didn't say hi earlier. I immediately jumped into a conversation with you. It was amazing. Whoever played the guy. Oh my god. How... This kind of reminded me playing ToO. You know, just chasing new people. My child. I saw a poor soul. Suffering. Weeping. Crying for help. Running away from the light. I tried to catch up to it. But alas, it was too fast. Hi Jess, how are you doing? Not doing too well? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Did you see which direction they went? Perhaps we could track them.
They are out of our reach for now. They are currently finding solace in the camp of the Defari. They may not be alive anymore. I did what I could. Oh, that's you, Moss? I thought I recognized the voice. How are you doing?
Of course. Are you alright? Such an arduous run. Did it tire you?
No, my child. I simply needed to catch my breath. Now I am ready to engage in more sparring. For our opponents, the heretics, will not be interested in our excuses. My body might be old and frail, but my soul, my mind is ready. It was a good point, Hunger. How are you doing, Moss? Hope you're enjoying the season so far.
The strength of your soul will surely carry you through many a battle still.
I hope so, my child. I hope so. Doing good. Glad to hear your voice again. Oh, same here, my man. Same here. Although I gotta say, I do miss Argent. Hello, my friend.
There is also a new resident down the stream. Someone who is living near us.
I see. I must meet them then, whenever they are around.
Alright. They were there earlier, and she seems to have been building. We can visit them after we spar if you would like.
Very good, my child. Perhaps once the dusk settles.
Alright.
Good luck.
You as well.
Oh yeah. The jab. Oh. Look at the sky, it's beautiful. I love it here. How do you sleep, Jess? It's very early. Can't say that I approve. It's of course good to have you around, as always. Remember, my child, you cannot waste a single hit. Must always be facing your enemy. And be extremely careful about my attacks, especially the ones of heavy nature. That was not bad. Remember, my child, these heavy attacks tire me quite a bit. You used it against me. Bait me into thinking I can connect them. That was an interesting exchange. People, are you wearing sun? Oh my god, it's so funny. Yes, that was exactly it. Even though that dodge was not necessary, at least you didn't get hit, and you're far enough from me, to attack you. Good job. Remember, my child, after I'm done with my lunges, pure punishment and death is incoming. First lunge, second lunge, and then it's the punishment. The righteous anger of my sword, with the third and fourth heavy attack. You can never be close enough and risk getting hit by them. Hello, Leah. Argent is in possession of the Crimson Banner book.
Alright.
He has yet to open it out of fear of what he will find. Oh boy. You slept? Oh. I played Dying Light 2 and it made me feel super nauseous. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I am ready.
Good luck, my child. I still streaming and I'm here so alright, just well, you're the best. I want you to know that. Ready for some dice gambling? Oh my god, I remember when you two used to do that all the time. Yes, my child, yes! Although that third heavy attack was not necessary. It merely slowed you down and exhausted you. Run, my child, run. Even though you need to remember that sometimes the only way to chase me off is to attack back. At least once. Make me regret my confidence. And be very careful about that third and fourth heavy attack. They are relentless. Good dodging. Very good. Remember, whenever you do not need to use the dodge, try to spare your energy, for you will need it in the other exchanges. Be very conservative with them. Good series of attacks. Yes, keep the pressure on. Indeed, you were far enough. My heavy attacks did nothing. Good sprinting attack. Yes. That one last dodge was not necessary. If you see your opponent relentlessly pursuing you with sprinting attacks, do not do the same. Wait for it. Use it against them. For when the opponent lands the sprinting attack, it becomes stationary, vulnerable. Stop sprinting, let them attack, dodge, and then engage in retaliation. Like this. Sprint against me. Again. Again. Sprinting attacks. Good. Again. Remember, if your opponent is facing you like this, if they are expecting you to land your sprinting attack, they want you to do that so that they can counterattack. But if your opponent is like this, not expecting it, running away from you, maybe even being crippled by some of your attacks, that is your best bet to land them. Good. Remember, the main point of a sprinting attack is not to do damage, it is to stagger. It is to connect more attacks afterwards. Is to stop your opponent from running away. It is actually possible, Nepheli. I did try the two-handed axe. It is definitely viable, but it is rough. I'll show you. It's definitely not easy, don't get me wrong, but I think what's playing against her is her controller. I think she's playing on her controller, and makes it hard for her to connect. See, the accuracy is just not there. Right, let's finish it and let's show her. Ah yes, right now. You called upon the power of your ancestors. Ancestors, even. It is impossible to stagger you with my hits. Truly an impressive feat. Good fight, my child. May I use your weapon for a moment and borrow you mine?
Of course.
Thank you, my child. All right. Good luck. Has the same sprinting attack as the hammer. course, Geode isn't as good with the one-handed sword, but like she knows the basics, you know. Try the combinations with heavy attacks, my child. Use your lunges, or at least 2 light attacks, and then finish off with heavy attacks. Oh, she's focusing on fighting. Yeah, the 200X definitely has new animations be fun. And I kind of like it. It's very similar to Hammer, you know, the first light and second light attack of the Hammer. As you can see, my child, I am using your movement against you. I am waiting for you with my heavy swings, trying to intercept you. Trying not to get hit, but mostly conserving my stamina. Always walking, rarely ever sprinting, unless I'm chasing you. And when I see that a costly exchange might be coming, I always dodge. But it is very costly. This is what I'm talking about. When I see an imminent sprinting attack, I dodge and then engage in retaliation immediately. Actually, hit the third heavy attack. Good fight, my child. Your weapon truly has a wonderful reach and potential. And I know that you are trying to spare me of any unnecessary pain, for I am an old man, and I thank you for it. I know that you are saving your brutality against the heretics, and I appreciate it. I have seen you in action, and I know how fierce you can be. When I'm missing, it just feels like I'm stuck in place. Yeah. I have the 200 tags, just never
Now that dusk has fallen, did you wish to go and see if the neighbor was about?
Very well. Please, lead me there. I like the lanterns. Is this the place?
She is currently building something else, but they are renting these small caravans from the carnival.
I see. Yeah, the 200 sword is a lot of fun, but without the Zenarius one from the AOC, it feels a bit underwhelming. Two little lights running, so cute. Aww. It is cute, I love the little lanterns. It's much better than, you know, using a freaking torch, I feel like. Doesn't provide as much light, you know, as you can see. But look at the walking animation. Looks so weird. At least I can run normally like this.
She has worked exceptionally quickly.
Hmm. Like some people walk normally and some use the new animations. Am I imagining it? It usually depends on what kind of thing you're holding. So if you're carrying like a torch, you know, or an offhand, maybe in like a shield, and of course it changes. And also certain emotes might influence it too. Whoever lives in this place, step forward, my child, and do not be afraid of the light. For we are the bringers of salvation. If there is anyone who does not wish me to enter their dwelling, I will take it as a sign and I will step no further. Well, listen, can't argue against that. Perhaps they are not home.
Perhaps not.
Let us have a look around. Maybe they are not far. Simply gathering resources, scouting the area. Yeah, the deer said freaking no. I was like, hell no. Denied. Almost looks like a dwelling of a matron. I was like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. Going nowhere.
I would not be so sure about that.
Either way, this place reeks with potential. So far, it has not been plagued by any kind of decorations or colors. We shall see. I love this place. Whoever who lives here, well, that is about to be Annie's
I'm
place,
not sure
I believe.
what kind of person it is that lives here. I've only had a brief interaction with them.
What was it like? Tell me all about them. Spare no details, for their soul deserves salvation, just like everyone.
They were more clothed and shrouded than any other I've seen in these lands beyond us, and quite polite.
Shrouded in darkness, no doubt, but they will be freed of this oppression in no time.
Perhaps.
Why is she so freaking awesome at building? Well, she's a literal artist. She knows what she's doing. Very well. Perhaps we will meet them later. For now, we should not dwell here for too long. Your poor health. Aww. Forcing me to live in a sand hut. Any help? Listen, you love your little sand hut, okay?
Are there any other tasks that you needed assistance with today? Or are we going to continue sparring?
No, my child. We deserve to have a break. Right now, we have much to think about in terms of feedback. I provided you with many, but please do not mistaken it for me being overly confident, or me making your exercise too much of a pain by constantly talking to you. That is in fact another way to train your mind. Do not be preoccupied during fighting, to focus only on fighting. There will be opponents who will taunt you mercilessly, who will try to take you off your game. You must not let them.
Of course.
Oh, that's gonna be disappointed. Oh, please. Since he can never be happy, he can never be disappointed. This place is gonna get showered with colors. No! How dare. Just make it all white, you know, and nice and pure. Clean. Sleek. Modern. Minimalist. Damn right. If it's 99% white and if there is like a flower in the middle, I'll be fine with that. You will get the Lionel stamp of approval. She's a wood elf. Well, it's gonna be green and nature. Nature is fine. Listen, we like trees. We like gardens. It's Buddha. So tell me, my child, have you met anyone else? Anyone whose soul requires immediate attention and saving?
None that do not resist it quite fiercely.
Yes.
We did run into a man who seemed to run the gambling hall yesterday.
The orchestrator of pure evil. How did you deal with him? Or her? Oh, you said a man.
Yes, it was a man. You know that I am often silent and allow those to vent their anger, but it was Talib who, trying to go, I suppose, head to head with him based on wits.
He tried to save his soul from eternal damnation.
He did, yes. It did not seem to go very well. The man believed he...
Good luck!
Believed he had
Thank you for
undergone
stopping
some
by.
kind
Hope
of
to meet your character
righteous...
soon. A lovely wood elf.
Well, he used the righteous cause as an excuse. I do not believe he truly does what he says, but...
He has no right to feel righteous about gambling. He is the facilitator of evil. How could he justify his actions?
Agreed. But he merely talked in circles. I believe Talib may have been a bit, unprepared for the man's nonsense.
Truly. It can feel quite impossible. Butting heads with someone so lost, so convinced about the righteous cause that they embarked on, the journey, even though they are walking the path of evil, even though they are about to crash into a brick wall, they will still keep walking on that path, despite how many of our attempts to save them from further pain and embarrassment. They are headstrong and blind. But let that serve as further motivation to help them before it's too late. Show me that place. Maybe they are around.
All right, it resides within the carnival.
Very well.
Are you prepared for such a place so soon?
My child, it is not up to me. Their soul is prepared for salvation, and I must act. I want to do the puppy check tables, but I'm always afraid I'm going to get stuck in them. Well, there is usually a way to get unstuck, like an NPC in order to teleport you next to it. So if they programmed one, should be no problem. You'll be fine. And Pippy had a few updates, maybe it will no longer be the case. I don't know if you have tried it like this season, but I remember on Ricardo that was always a way to get unstuck. And you can always, you know, set home. Should be fine. They did, but I've seen people still be stuck. Oh, I see, I see. Well, that's what happens when you put your faith in gambling. You deserve nothing else. One of my biggest fears is finding the prince here. Engaging.
He is here quite frequently, and I have seen his horse parked out of the gambling hall. More than one.
Just as I was afraid. This place is full of temptation, distractions, and of course, exotic individuals. Our prince, our good prince, cannot resist this temptation. I did try to warn him, but he is too young, too reckless, and too obsessed with his primal need to collect and to enjoy.
He does seem quite quick to give in to his impulses.
Indeed. But imagine yourself in his place. Imagine being grown up, constantly being spoon-fed everything that your heart desires. One can easily grow accustomed to such a lifestyle, to the point where they will become addicted to it, unable to function without it.
I could see that. Although I will have to admit that his lack of manners and brash nature around me leaves a lot to be desired.
The princess.
Diana. Yes, the princess. Diana seems to think he is quite cordial. I do not believe she has seen or heard what he has said to me.
I am sorry to hear that, my child. If he said anything that disturbed you, I will talk to him.
It is nothing that I am unaccustomed to, nor is it anything that is of great worry. But this is the place. The man who runs this business had claimed that all of his funds go to helping those in need, but then pointed out that all of the tents and the people get some of that money.
My child, do you see those corrupted souls residing inside, benefiting from stealing money from hardworking people?
Yes.
We have all the evidence we need. The corruption is so foul, I cannot even step any further. The temptation is strong, I understand. Gambling is an old institution that has been here for ages. And yes, maybe, if you distill it to its very core, it could be used for good. But you could say the same about the deadliest of illnesses. It is still something that ruins families, that destroys, that the world would be better without. This place needs to be closed. But not by the owner. The owner is lost. First, we must save his soul. And then we must convince the people who live here that this place, this stand, has no place in here. It is a tumor that needs to be removed. A growing source of sickness. I am trying to make sure the owner heard me so I can get his attention. That is my cough.
I believe that if the owner were awake or about here, they would have heard you. So either they do not wish to address you, or they are not here, because they did hear us speaking quite a ways away.
Very well. Then perhaps later. But it does seem like Talib has things firmly under control. Hopefully, he can succeed where I failed.
Perhaps.
Or perhaps my cough was not loud enough.
Perhaps louder.
Or slower.
Perhaps you are not projecting enough.
My body betrayed me. I must train.
This oddly seemed to wash off. I
Freaking
feel quite
cough.
naked without it.
I'm sorry if you
For
guys
some
had to listen to
reason,
it.
I can't seem to simply reapply it as usual. So I was looking for someone here that might be specialized in it, that might can assist.
Your prayers were answered, my child. For the light just entered the scene. I am here to help in any way I can.
It's Lionel the Heavenly.
What seems to be the problem,
Right.
my children?
Do you specialize in body painting? I'm curious how you plan to help her with her predicament.
Simple. We need a barrel filled with white color. They need to be dipped in it. For hours. And then,
I think there are a few barrels filled with white colour, but I don't think they're exactly paint. You might be careful.
my child, the white color may seem simple, but it is a sign of purity. A sign of hope. For when everything around you is dark, you will reflect
I mean,
the
if
light.
it gets in your hair, I don't think it's necessarily pure, or if it gets in your eye.
Oh, since my skin is black because of a skin condition, are you saying that I am impure?
No, my child, of course not. For creatures such as yourself, the white clothing was invented.
Creatures, excuse me, I'm a
Yes,
halfling.
the impure creatures that are inappropriately overexposed. Your lack of clothing is a disturbance to my eyes, and to the eyes of everyone around you.
I don't know, he looks pretty fine to me.
He's wearing a costume, my dear
Yes,
friend.
yes, it's a
He's fully
costume.
covered already. It's a costume.
My child, you have no need to cosplay. You are already perfect the way you are. You're just requiring a little bit more clothing, so you can walk the righteous path, just like me. Or her.
You must be this priest I keep hearing about. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
My child,
And
I have been looking forward of meeting you. I do not quite know you,
Wonderful.
but
Mm.
that can be changed. My name is Lionel.
Lionel, it is an honor to meet you. I am Prince Malasar Briarwood.
Truly a pleasure to stand in the presence of royalty. My apologies, my
The
child.
honor is mine.
I spoke over you.
oh, it is fine. Anything my lord has to say comes first.
May I just say,
Please.
that your attire is inspirational, to say the least.
My attire is... Well, it is not wise to dress anything different when you're on the hunt.
It leaves
You make it everywhere.
It leaves so much room for imagination. An imagination of potential, of hope, that perhaps salvation is at hand. And that is the only way to stop the incoming judgment day, of which there is no doubt that it is coming.
Is that why he's...
I feel sick.
I find that logic circular, sir. If you can stop it, then it is incoming regardless. How do you stop it?
Simple, my child. By trying to stop that which is unstoppable. You are engaging in an act so courageous and brave that perhaps the unstoppable, even though it cannot be stopped, can at the very least be attempted. And that in and itself will serve as the biggest trial.
I see, so it's not about stopping it. In fact, it is the attempt to stop it that
Yes.
counts.
It is about facing the inevitable. It is about having faith that simple beings such as us can make a difference with their simple actions. Putting more clothing, eating simple food, resisting the temptations. That is what I'm preaching about.
Do you serve a singular god or many?
Yes and no, my child. I serve them all, but at the same time, I am a slave to no single religion.
Ah, wonderful. And the goddess of temptation, do you not serve her as well?
I am very much grateful for her services of providing many sources of temptations that we can use to test our faith.
Does it not displease this goddess if you do not allow yourself to indulge in said temptations?
That is up to them to decide, my child. The divine cannot be questioned. I am not arrogant enough to, even remotely, think what is right or what is wrong. I am simply following what I believe in.
That is fair and very wise to not question the will of the deities.
Like, if you follow all deities, right, and like that includes the goddess of temptation, does that not in itself also make those who allow that temptation righteous?
No, my child. And do you know why?
I mean, gonna tell me, yeah?
Only if you want to know. If not, I will spare my words for someone else who might be interested.
No, you sound a lot more convincing this time. Before you sounded rather bland, but you've got your conviction back, so yeah, let's hear it.
My child, your assessment of my incapabilities is truly also inspiring. I am a fallible man, just like anyone. But let me try to satisfy your curiosity. For you see, temptation is truly important, but it is up to us to either act on it or to resist. In the end, you are your own master. You are in possession of your soul. You are in control of your actions. Make sure those actions are worthwhile and pure of nature.
Pure. What does that mean exactly? If one acts upon the nature of who they are, is that not pure of their nature?
Depends of who they are, my child. Are you a follower of evil, or are you a follower of light? Do you walk the righteous path?
What is evil and what is good?
It is simple, my child. Evil is everything we stand against, and light and good is everything we stand for. You do not question soap for cleaning the dirt, and we are that righteous soap that will cleanse these lands.
I see.
Ugh.
So if I stand for fornication, then I stand for the
Then you
goodness
must be
of myself.
stop.
How do you stop? How do you stop that? Like, what do you do to stop such a thing?
A cold
How do you
shower.
think you were born?
A cold shower. Oh, you know that's rather clever. That's actually, that actually might work. I know
That
you've
would
got
be
people-
very effective. In most cases.
You're welcome, my
Unless
children.
there's a body in the shower, then it might become warm again, sir.
Oh, that's a good point.
Your
Lionel
words
of the
are
Heavenly,
interesting.
I
but
am in dire need of your aid. This woman tempts me with her looks.
Fear not,
Thank
my
you.
child, for your
But you're
prayers were
welcome.
answered. Greetings, my child. I apologize for this awkward encounter. Unfortunately, you have just been approached by someone who finds your presence irresistible.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Look at the cleavage. Look at the skin-tight pants. I can.
My
imagine
child.
seeing
Yes.
her.
Find courage in your heart to avert your eyes. Remember, boobs are temporary. Lionel is eternal. Let him fill your
Admire-
heart and your soul. His
Admire and
teachings
enjoy.
will save you. One day they will be soggy and disgusting, like a shriveled fruit. But Lionel will remain.
Well, they don't look soggy and shriveled now, and it's getting hard. And
I
I'm
understand.
not talking about resistance.
But it cannot remain hard forever. Trust me, my child.
If it's longer
Oh,
than 4
yes.
hours, it's not healthy.
Try if you try.
I know that.
Have to get like a syringe or something.
Dig a hole in the
actually, you-
ground and do
You
what
have
must be
given me
done.
the answer, Lionel. I must make it soft again, and the temptation will go away. Yes, yes.
Well, Your Grace.
Thank
Did I
you for
miss-
your guidance.
Do
I
what you
have
must,
things
my
to do.
child.
I will do it in
Sabrina, it's the
in
beautiful
which
cat again.
disguise myself.
Oh, yes.
A few lashes of the whip.
Thank you, my
should
child, for serving as a source of temptation for his faith.
Ridiculous.
I'm happy to I could put him through the test for you.
You do not need to test me, my child. For I
I
have
meant
already
for
been
him,
tested.
not you.
I see.
Well, that's quite a hello, isn't it, Nisha?
So is
I
this-
wonder.
Is this one of the shows for the carnival?
I fucking hope.
No, no.
My child,
Do you not find temptation in this person?
this is not
Sir.
a show. This is a reality of life.
Temptation.
Feeling.
Who are we being tempted by?
What are
Evil.
we being tempted by?
Corruption.
Oh,
It is
oh,
all
oh.
around
Well,
you.
yes, definitely, certainly that one.
It is very tempting.
Yes, delicious, very
Just
sweet.
remember, it is not your fault. Sometimes the temptation could be too strong, but you must find
But it is
courage
my fault.
to resist it. No, my child,
I
it
don't
is
want
not.
to resist.
And that is exactly why it's not your fault. It is my fault. I came here too late, but I will not stop. I'll come here every single day until your soul is freed of this.
I don't think I
possession.
have a more.
Everyone has a soul, my
Sabrina.
child. Everyone can be saved, even the creature of purest evil, even the demon of the darkest depths of hell, still has enough of a soul to be saved, to walk the righteous path.
I don't think cats have souls.
It's the hill he will
They have
die on.
9 souls,
I
right?
thought
That's
the
it.
lion soul.
Cat,
Gotta
yeah,
speak
cats
for
have 9
yourself.
souls. That's that's how the saying goes, right?
Thank you, my child, and I apologize for disturbing your slumber with my voice.
No, honestly, Mr. Lionel, it is good and refreshing to hear you speak with such conviction and consideration for the people. Last I heard you monologuing, you were sounding very defeated, very bland, almost as if you did not believe in yourself, and I'm very glad to see that your light has returned.
My
I
child,
admire his dedication.
your words of encouragement mean the world to me. I indeed felt reinvigorated today. But
Who invigorated you?
the failure of me trying to convince that damn soul.
So your own failing and shortcomings have invigorated you to anew.
Yes, my child. I welcome failure in my life. Although I dread it, it serves as a reminder that none of us are perfect, that we must all strive to do better. Maybe not today, but certainly tomorrow, for there is always hope to walk the righteous path and to save as many from the inevitable judgment day that is upon us all.
Who's judging us?
Oh, what an excellent question.
That, my child, I can only speculate about. I do believe that it will be a combination of the divine, of us, and everyone we ever interacted with.
Why would I want to repent to something that is judging me and not accepting me as I am?
To free your soul, my child. You may not feel any
That's
regret.
a really good philosophical point there.
You may not
think he's
feel
got a
any
point
regrets
there.
now. But what about tomorrow? What if you have wronged someone in your life? What if you will no longer have an opportunity to make things right when it's too late? Hello, Rogue. How are you?
I regret nothing. Regrets help no one.
Then I envy you,
So
my
why
child.
regret?
You are a lucky man. But what
I'm no
about tomorrow?
man.
Then you are a lucky woman, and I apologize for misgendering you.
I'm a cat.
Then you are a lucky cat of unspecified gender.
Well, speaking of judgment, someone surely judged the ringmaster. Have you heard Lionel the Heavenly?
I have not. What happened to the man? Or woman?
He is dead.
He is dead. What occurred?
He was found dead yesterday, apparently torn to shreds by skelly cats.
That is a falsehood. There is no actual proof that a skelly cat has done this.
There is no actual proof. Oh, yeah. No actual proof besides me. I found the body. I see entire scene. So, you want to continue to try to defend Skelly Cat? Go right ahead.
Did you
No, Skelly Cat is definitely, unfortunately, definitely at fault. However, do I believe that she worked alone? No. You had the right of it that she is very young. And one thing that young people are born to is temptation. They do not know how to control themselves in that regard. Whatever tempted her to do such a thing, she acted upon.
You speak the truth. Your words are wise. Please, my children, even if you have a suspicion, do not blame without a proof. And most importantly, do not act on any vengeful thoughts. This matter needs to be
But
investigated.
I can't blame. There is proof.
Yes, there was lots of evidence in the location where the body was found. And it does all point towards Skelly Cat.
I understand that this is a private matter of the inhabitants of the carnival. But if there is anything that can be done, perhaps we can serve as a neutral party to help you in any way. Let us know.
Or no, there's already outsiders that are apparently doing investigation, but like I said, what is there truly to investigate? Nothing.
It's honestly very much appreciated. Mr.
Besides,
Lionel.
I seriously doubt that you are a neutral party. It's all white with you and no black.
You're correct. Maybe our perspective is very much clouded by who we are and what we represent. But perhaps our intentions could serve as an interesting, differing opinion. Either
Oh,
way.
here's a curious. I'm sorry to go on.
No, please continue.
A curious question for you. Let's say there is a child barely old enough to really have control over its emotions.
Hello, Jordi.
But,
Thank you so much.
Miraculously
Good to see you.
of sound body, like a grown-up man. Let's say this child ends up accidentally murdering someone in a fit of, well, lost emotions. How would you judge that child?
My child. I will judge them the way I judge everyone around me. With respect. And knowing that the judgment day is coming. I myself am not the main judge. As I said in the end, when the judgment day arrives, everyone will be judged in the same way. What I offer is a help to prepare them for this event. But when it comes to children, when it comes to those who are innocent, it is an impossible task. In the end, all you can truly do is to try your best, to be as supportive as you can be, to serve as a prime example of virtuous actions. Children are moldable, but they are also self-destructive and often quite chaotic. They must be guided. But in the end, it is up to them to grow into an adult and to figure out what is the best course of actions. You cannot make choices for people or anyone else. We were given a free will for a reason.
Oh, but here's the thing. A child is pure of emotion. It has not yet been tempered by the rules of society. It did not have the influence of a teacher. It acts purely based on what it feels, which is, in my opinion, the only honest way of acting. So, who is to say how this child should develop?
I do have an answer for you, my child, but you will not like it. Do you know what is the hardest profession of them all?
The one that cleans the dump?
You are partially correct, my child. For the hardest profession of them all is the job of a parent. And in the end, they are the only ones who know what's best for their child. In an ideal world, of course. There can be exceptions. But truly, a parent always knows best. And yes,
That
they
is
do clean dump
surprisingly-
too.
Well, I would have expected a more divine answer. One would say that the child is guided, and that the fates have, well, something in store for each of us, yes?
Indeed.
We are who we are meant to be because of the divine intervention in our lives.
By the way, I'm so sorry, Jody. I'll get back to you soon. And thank you so much, Jess, for answering.
And so, does the role of the parent really play that big into the development in the child?
In the ideal world, yes. But look at Skrill. She is the purifier of darkness. She is the one who holds the duties of protecting me when the heretics decide to rebel against my words. She is the backbone of our congregation. I owe her for protecting me and for guiding me. Skrella is a street child. Unfortunately, she didn't have the luxury of relying on the safety of her parents. She was forced to fight. She was forced to survive, all on her own. Tell them, Skrella, please, do not let me.
It is merely a case of a child who does not have a parent will make all of their own decisions. You cannot view this child as a child. They have conducted themselves as an adult, have they not? If it is true and they have taken a life,
Yeah, we are
then they
indeed
should
playing
be
on
judged
ToO,
as an
Times of
adult.
Origins. Definitely give it a go.
It is
if,
cruel, but
you know, you're waiting for a new season
if they
of
have now
Weavers.
been conducting
It's
themselves
rather,
and leading themselves in a
let me see how
world
many people are there.
where they have no one,
In EU hours, there is
that
a
would
very nice pop.
be the
Currently we have about 35.
that would be the best choice.
But there could be more, especially like whenever events are occurring.
Yes, many different opinions.
This
on
is like
the
a second week of the season, so it is still fresh. So if you want a server to check out, definitely give it a go. I think everyone here will be happy to see you, including us.
It is interesting that you say that. Do you think there is only one shade of white? Only one shade of purity? That is one of the things that makes saving other souls very difficult.
Does
There are
purity
many.
have shades?
I do not see why not.
That defeats the purpose of purity. If it's not pure,
My child.
then it is impure.
Perfection is simply a chase. You're chasing something that can never be caught. Just like perfection. It is an ideal that we all strive to achieve.
And
Skrella is
purity is the same thing. You cannot truly attain purity.
but
It
that
is
doesn't
just
mean
another
you should stop
word
trying.
to say perfection.
I think the idea of thinking that you can achieve perfection is a little bit vain.
It's futile. It's not ever attainable. None of us is perfect,
Indeed.
nor will we ever be perfect. So trying to obtain perfection or purity seems like a waste. Why not accept us for who we are?
Because that leads to complacency, my child. That leads to a life that is just good enough to survive. It leads to a life that is just like
There's
this
many ways
service.
to get.
But if
My
life
apologies.
becomes so if life becomes so uniform, then that takes away the beauties of it. Even if those things are seen as tainted or sinful or temptations, those are the things that make all of us different for our own ways. Those things alone should be beautiful, even if scary.
I understand, my child, and I do not blame you for this perspective, for it is not your fault. But you can achieve so much more.
But I like the way I think. I think it's a beautiful thought. I think it's
Would you
makes other people feel like it's okay to be different.
Open your mind, my child, I beg you. Open your
Oh, it
mind
is
and want
open.
more.
would
It
you
is
shame
quite-
a flower for not being white?
It is quite open. I think that's why I see it the way that I do. I
My
don't
child.
want to see a uniform world.
If your mind was open, you would have seen that the day of reckoning shall come, and I am the prophet
Yes.
giving you your last warning. The judgment day
It
is
will
inevitable. We
It
must
will
make
come.
ready.
It will come whether you are the reckoner or not. But you're neither my judge nor am I yours.
I'm confused, my lord. Is he scolding her or worshipping her?
I am
I
praying
think
for her
he's
soul.
begging her.
I'm pretty sure I'm being prayed for. And it's okay. I appreciate his prayers even if I'm okay with what I am and who I am.
Do you have no regrets,
I-
my child? No,
No.
goals and dreams? No higher
Because
purpose?
I had. Well, yes, because I had to go from what I was to get to where I am now, and all I can say is I'll keep going up.
But this doesn't need to be the end of your journey!
It won't be.
It is a simple beginning.
Are you implying that if we're not pure, then we don't know how to search for more? And to be pure is to be searching for something more than what we already are.
It is a good start, my child, to be pure, so that you can walk the righteous path and see clearly what's ahead of you.
See now, if I find that if you are truly pure, then you become complacent. For once you have reached purity, there is nothing more to obtain.
Indeed, my child, but we have already established that the true purity is impossible in this world. We are all plagued, affected by evil. It is influencing us all, even me, even my congregation.
Why is that a bad thing?
Because it is what is stopping our soul from ascension. It is why the Judgment Day is
Someone
upon
does
us.
not want their soul to ascend.
My child, it is not you who's talking. It is the evil speaking through your soul. I beg you, resist.
What if I am the evil? What if it is not speaking through me?
Then I must try to save your soul even harder.
And how exactly do you tend to do that?
By kneeling here and praying for his soul.
What
To
do
simply
you
pray.
pray to?
What do I want, my child?
What do you pray to? What will save my soul?
I pray for forgiveness that I couldn't get here earlier.
No, not what you pray for. You must pray to something for it to be a prayer. Is it a god? Is it the world itself? What will save my soul?
Your
in
common
eyes?
sense, my child. Only you know what's best for you. And you must open your mind to the idea that there is more to life than worship evil.
I believe he is simply asking who you are praying to save him.
To him, my child. I am praying for him to get his reason together, to get it in charge of his actions.
I don't believe even he knows who he prays to, but I commend him for his devotion.
I do not need
You
to know.
will not be the one to save me.
Then I have failed, but there shall be many, many more who will come and try where I failed.
Do not be discouraged. You cannot save someone who does not want saving.
You are correct. But that only fuels my resolve.
My lord, if you would forgive me, may I be
She's
dismissed?
jumping so high.
Of course, at your leisure.
Come, my child. We have overstayed our welcome. We thank you for your time, and we hope that the light will guide your way.
Yes, and you stick to your convictions.
I-
As we are allowed to live our lives the way we see fit, as are you.
Of course.
It was an honor meeting you, and I do hope we run into each other.
If you're ever in need of more guidance, or perhaps more answers, our church and our congregation resides in the area of
Just
Sinkhole,
failed.
near the river. He said he just failed. Oh no. The hot miking. Oh, well, I guess someone's in Discord or streaming.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that was exciting.
That is my hope, to bring some excitement to these people that are just sitting there chatting like for half an hour a day, just to show up and be like, oh my god, it's the annoying priest again. All of us hide. But listen, they're not hiding, they're always there. They know what's coming. It's not one particular he's praying to, as you do not know which one will hear his prayer to save him. Yeah, listen, it's agnosticism, basically.
Every day I believe you chip away, saving just a bit more of their soul.
My child, I might be a dull axe, but even the dullest of axes can eventually cut down a mighty tree of evil and lies. You just need to be patient. Scorn will listen and give the one that needs saving a chance. Exactly! Yeah, Lionel is definitely an agnostic. You know, he doesn't know what's out there, but he believes that there is something out there. You know, he's not an atheist. He had a vision of divine nature. That's all they need to know. I thought this would be a bit more interesting, you know, having a cultist leader who doesn't worship a particular god with all these, you know, common religions and actually people straight up having theological arguments with me about Christian God. Felt like you know, Lionel's perspective here would be unique. Oh, thank you so much, Jordi. Loving what you do. Well, thank you so much. You're very kind to say that. I basically created this character for my short adventures on Boundless. He was supposed to be a big, fat middle finger to to everyone on Boundless who are straight up ERPers, who are just, you know, walking around naked, putting dicks on their horses, and finding it extremely hilarious. I wanted to bring some class on the server and basically act as the perfect antagonist for Boundless RP. You know, a guy who will constantly walk around preaching about people being naked and putting clothes on them. And with all the demons and dragons, I basically wanted to save their souls from, you know, from themselves. There we go. And it was rather interesting. And now I brought him here because I felt like he deserved another go. We knew that the Cardinal would be here to basically rule over these lands, and I figured, what better character to bring to this place of heresy than my long-necked Lionel, the divine giraffe. Look at his mighty neck. His neck is so long so that he can talk down to all the heretics. And you had people show up naked at your doorstep. Oh yes. We had people shitting on my porch. We had people desecrating our church. It was something. But hey, that is what we expected. And to be frank, people on ToO have been extremely supportive, and some of them even straight up agreeing, you know, with my character, which I toned him down a bit for this adventure. Well, maybe at the beginning. Now I'm again a bit more extremist and ridiculous with my views, but certainly trying to also portray some wholesome messages here and there, because you know, whenever you're playing antagonist, you always want to give your character some longevity and survival by actually making sense and by giving them at least partial ability to feel sympathetic towards, you know. Otherwise you will have no friends, and you need those in order to survive. But yeah, be that as it may, you know, all my antagonists are meant to lose at some point. So my hope is, of course, to piss someone off to the point where they will just straight up murder me. And that's how I learned how to PvP, because too many of my characters kept dying. It's a little insight. And you had people show up naked at your doorstep. Oh yes, people get very mad when Dad tells them to get dressed. The divine giraffe. Ever shitting on our house again on Boundless? Why does that always happen to you, right? I have the unique ability to convince people to just lose the ability to control their bodily functions, apparently. With my RP, of all things. That happened a lot. Yeah. People can win an argument with him, so they go for shitting on his things. That's not true, Jess. Listen, most of Lionel's doctrine is just thought on the spot. So there are so many holes. Listen, Christianity wasn't invented in a day too, okay? took them like 2000 years, and there are still people who are obsessed about all the, you know, logical fallacies and contradictions in all the main religions. So it's not like, you know, it was an easy task for me to create a comprehensive doctrine that would serve Lionel. I only have so many days, you know, in my in my week to spend on RP research. You're looping again? I give up. No, yeah, update your mods. It's always, you know, it's always that one of your mods didn't update. Sort them out by which ones updated the earliest. Maybe even resubscribe, you know, to all of them, and you should be fine. I mean, I loved that you said, oh, Celia, you didn't trust Jay on Lotus because I killed your PI. Yes. Hello, Soda, how are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. I heard about your adventures yesterday with the leader of the gambling hall. Yeah, Division, heck yeah. Is PI? Yes, I played a private investigator of noir nature on LL. I need to spend a few moments in prayers, but I shall return and perhaps we can do more sparring, my child.
Of course, Father.
Go have a moment for yourself too. You deserve it. Thank you for guiding me, and thank you for watching over me in the lion's den.
Of course. Whenever I am able, I will do so.
Thank you, my child. I think your ability to create conflicts is the greatest thing. It's so crucial and important for servers to have someone like... Oh, well, thank you so much, Sarah. I can't stress enough how much I appreciate this, because I also understand how annoying it can be. Not a lot of people enjoy conflict-creating characters, and I totally get it, you know. It has to be done well, and it is so difficult at times. And even though I would like to claim, you know, that I try and always succeed, I don't, you know. Sometimes I simply fuck up, or sometimes I try too hard and my characters die, or I don't try enough, and the conflict just never happens. But it takes two to tango, and you know, not all characters work on every server, and not all groups, you know, can be as effective as, for example, whenever I'm playing solo. So it definitely it's a trial and error. But yeah, once you have enough conviction, once you have enough courage to at least throw your head into the ring and to try to create a cool character that others can openly dispute or fight against, it can be incredibly rewarding. Not even if you fail, but especially when you fail. Because I feel like as a bad guy, you're never supposed to win. If you do, you can have a happy ending here and there. But bad guys should always get their comeuppance. They should always be punished. They should always make the good guys, you know, look good. But the thing is, sometimes the good guys in RP act like such pricks that you simply don't want to give it to them, and you would rather preserve your bad guy for, you know, other opportunities. This is gonna be our praying pose. Sorry, I wanna catch up on the chat. Private investigator, Mr. John Copper. Wait. Oh, I still have it. Where is he? There we go. Still alive, at least in IQL. Kind of wanted to start his song. Still have it prepared. His noir monologue, but it's not his time. It was so much fun playing John Copper, and at the start of every stream, you know, recapitulate what happened before. I definitely enjoyed that. And it was a nice organic reminder, you know, of those who missed out on like previous streams to catch up. And to also provide some introspection to literally hear his thoughts in character. He was trying to tempt my children, how dare. Yeah, Jan Copper was on LL Lost Legends. I tried, and even after I switched characters on LL, people were still talking about my old one. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate, but it can happen. And even though it sucks, you cannot really blame people for it. Like, sometimes it's difficult for others to judge you for who you play instead of who you are. You know, OC. Even though it is technically against the rules, we're all people, and there's not much you can really do. Just gotta roll with it and make such a unique and awesome character that they will not even know who it is that is RPing with them. Everyone seemed to assume that Talib was talking to Diana at the time, when Adria is the most curious and open to other points of view so far. Nobody went to kill her when I was playing her, and I'm like, fuck. Adria and Terra are doing so well. I'm glad to hear. But I heard that everyone's been doing well, and I'm very happy to hear that. Thanks, Orange. I feel I'm a hit or miss some days, but I enjoy running around Talib. Listen, Talib is my man. I'm all about my bad guys dying. Played a Psycho and Daisy, and he kidnapped the most liked character on the server, tortured the shit out of that one, and she ended up killing my character a month later. Ooh, I loved it. Very nice. That sounds so exciting. Adria just wants to see someone walk the damn tightrope. How dare you, Jess? I knew that you wouldn't be able to resist that stupid carnival. Was a great season indeed. Playing that character was only possible because of the amazing work of Russell, Jess, and of course Arya, and to a certain degree Gield, and others on LL. My character was just a supportive for them, and it was a lot of fun being a lamb to the slaughter. I'm still trying to figure out my character some and how she reacts to things in general, her line of reasoning. I like that she's conflicted, culpable. I enjoy your constant need to apologize for everything you do. It is so funny to me. How do you answer to all? Let me show you. Yeah. So basically, let me see. All right, I do believe we are ready. Display capture. There we go. You see, yeah? This is the ToO mod list. And let me make sure. I will post it here for you. And if you click on unsubscribe from all, that should do it. And then you can just, you know, press on the plus. You see the plus here because I'm not logged in my browser. But yeah, if you are, then you will see them. All right. And off-screen capture. There we go. You're welcome. Oh my god, you guys are so talkative today. I need to catch up with you. Alright, let me see. Rosemary will live forever unlike John Copper. Oh, too soon, Jess. Takes me so long to go through every mod. Yeah. That's why a Teal'c mindset is useful, at least for Terra. What I do is favorite the server mod compilation. I find it in my favorites, then hit subscribe to all to get it update. Yeah, I guess that works too. I've never really favorited anything on Steam, but maybe I should try. Yeah, Jess is indeed correct. Jess wants to see the carnival, okay? You saw it on my PvP server. You defiled my beautiful sparring spot with your stupid decorations and tents. Okay, so I figured out what mod gives the bucket head accessory. Meatloaf might return. Ooh, very nice. Bucket man. Should definitely let Perry know. I do believe he's the resident bucket man specialist. I think I understand that was one of the things that was easy about playing Lila and Bashira, my true neutral characters. They operated by very simple rules that were easy to abide by. Indeed. Don't die, it's bad luck. To a degree, Geode. Tatsu led you to your death. That is true. Means with Willow Geode, yeah, that is true. Listen, Geode, you cannot accept responsibility for the death of all my characters. Leave some to the rest of them too. Will had nothing to do with Copper. Yeah, we only met like a few times. I still remember running into him on Adriana. I was trying to keep multiple people in line while still talking to you. Was great. Yeah, it was fun. That's an easy way. Yeah. I honestly had no idea it's there. I was hoping before I even started the screen capture. Unfortunately, I wanted to log in an hour ago and I missed everything. But luck, another day, I guess. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, you can still show up. You can RP for a bit. And these I know now. Yeah, you do. Oh, shut it. It's beautiful. You call my deco stupid? Yes, I did. I think you've done a wonderful job, Jess. Ah, don't encourage her. She's an Australian. She works better under pressure. Think I only get partial credit for Francois. Geode, I think you, Hunger, and Reem all deserve the same credit. It was a teamwork, it worked out, and I was very sad. Arya to a certain degree too. She didn't exactly invest a lot of effort into saving him. Listen, you were about to let him go, okay? I know. John, that's hurtful and mean. Thank you! Nah, I don't really have anything to contribute in RP. Haven't been online. Oh, listen, Leah, that's nonsense. Every time you are around, you always have something to contribute with. Fight me. Because I truly believe this. Even if you show up for like 10 minutes and just say hi, you have already contributed. With your presence and with your awesome character. It was teamwork, heck yeah. I was just gonna hang out and listen in the background. I feel so bad, Leah. Like, the one thing that sucks the most about Lionel is that I always try to let everyone else speak whenever I'm a part of the group. But I feel like on Lionel, it doesn't really make sense for me to be generous with the VoIP. And like, I speak over people, I try to be as obnoxious as possible. Because I'm not exactly a charismatic person, but I feel like these little tricks make it look like that I at least try. So I really, really apologize. And I wouldn't blame anyone who is like, you know, fuck this John. Let him go alone, you know, so that he can preach his stupid ways. And I don't want to just stand there and look pretty. But it is always my hope that there will be at least a small opportunity, you know, to let others shine too. Like, I wanted Geode to tell her entire backstory today to all of them, but I kind of threw it on her out of nowhere, and then I felt a bit bad. So hopefully I didn't put anyone on the spot. I mean, I haven't killed any others, John. That's true. Unless you count marriage as a murder. Then I get credit for De Leon. Yes. Nah, if I have something to say, I will raise my hand and stuff. It's what I sign up for, so I'm aware. Well, thank you, Leah. I really appreciate it. And trust me, I will always try to notice. But don't ever hesitate to speak over me. I will absolutely give you the VoIP. Tara doesn't have much to say, unless she feels she needs to. Yeah, she's a strong silent type, that's for sure. Can't tell the whole backstory, John, but I wanna hear it. Wanted to have a taste of Terra, and then come back for more. You know what? That sounds delicious. By the way, I did find a way. I recently started counting my calories, and to my horror, I discovered that I need to remove certain things out of my food intake. So I realized how I can afford eating salmon. Basically, I need to remove any kind of fast food for like 10 years. Then I need to avoid milk, I need to avoid nuts, and also yogurt. Only the zero sugar ones. And then I can have salmon. But still, without oil. I cannot use any oil. That's the worst part. Try to freaking fry something without an oil. It's so hard. It sticks. I think I will use at least like a tiny spoon and then do like 50 push-ups. Just so I can have oil in my food. It's the worst. I hate counting calories. It makes you so self-conscious of everything you eat. And I had a wedding tomorrow. Well, I attended my brother's wedding. And my god, I ate so many cakes. The wedding cake, my favorite caramel cake. And oh my god, it was like oh, it was horrible. That made me even more convinced that I need to start counting my calories. So basically just lean meat, veggies, and healthy side dishes. You don't have to cut calories, just eat keto. No, I can. I try to remove as much meat of my food intake as possible, which makes it difficult, of course, when it comes to proteins. But yeah, that is kind of my ideal state. Are you ready, my child, for some more sparring?
I am. Have you finished your praying?
Yes, I do believe I am ready. So that is kind of, you know, my route to victory. Remove fats, remove carbs. Well, of course, not entirely remove them, but replace them, you know, with some proteins. Mostly the plant-based ones. And then kind of trying to find a balance. Good luck, my child.
You as well.
Was good. Yeah, the ping is definitely a bit worse, but not impossible. Oops. Come on, come back. I'm Sergio. It was like 5 hits. Good fight, my child. I know, I'm a bully. I apologize for my relentless curiosity. It is fueled by the success that we tasted today. It is a good start. We need to save all these heretics from the eternal damnation. Good luck.
You as well.
Oh, she just walked right through me like I was a ghost. Come back. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's way too close there. Oh boy, she's just running around again. Not gonna help her. Ooh, nice. It was a nice hit, my child. But the dodge was very dangerous. I know. I know, I know. Oh! Just came out of nowhere. It was a very good attack, my child. I couldn't even see it. Okay, no more sprinting attacks. It wasn't good. By me, it was good by her. Come back. I'm out of stamina, but I'm faking it. She's trying to reach in. Oops. Stop. When I ran out of stamina. Ow. Stop it. I'm back. Good fight, my child. Just remember one thing. Never run in a straight line. Zigzag. Try to change positions. And instead of running around, run in a spot where it will be difficult to hit. Evade. Do not run. Run for your life. Good luck.
You as well.
This looks impossible for her. I am so sorry. I know how frustrating this can be. Alright, my child. Let us try a drilling exercise. I will be as stationary as I can. Try to utilize the reach of your weapon to perhaps overcome the distance. Very good timing on those hits. Yes, this is when I'm most vulnerable, when I finish my fourth heavy attack. Yes, very good. Keep the pressure on. Very good. Especially my light attacks can be easily interrupted. Now I will occasionally sprinkle in some lunges. But I will still try to be stationary. Yes, very good attack. Indeed. You saw an opening, and you immediately took it. Very good, my child. Very good. She knows what she needs to do to win. But I feel like it might be the combination of my latency and the overall precision of my lunges that is really messing up her game. That makes her so afraid, so that she just runs around, wastes stamina, and cannot really hit anything. Very well, my child. Now, I will do the opposite. I will only be doing lunges. Whenever you are facing the lunges, try to find an opening. Try to see them more as sprinting attacks that mostly miss, especially if you are in the right spot, evading them. Smart, waiting for the opportunity to strike. Good luck.
Alright.
The moment I land, I am very vulnerable, especially if I miss. Gotta go to work. I'll be back in about 45 minutes. Alright, Jess, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm sorry we couldn't really RP today, but hopefully later. Can hang out. Very good. But remember, after 2 lunges, there can always be a nasty surprise of a heavy attack combination. The 3rd and 4th heavy attack are the most dangerous hits that you must learn to respect. Very good. But if you interrupt the lunges before those heavy attacks can occur, if you stagger me, then I will not be able to do that. But you can always dodge if you are too close. Very good. Now I'm out of stamina. Keep the pressure on. Yes, whenever you see your opponent's back, never hesitate. But still, take into account that I have very powerful hits that can quickly change the pace of the duel. The closer you get, the more likely I will try to finish my combinations. But that can work against me, like this time. Yes, I'm out of stamina. Now you were way too far for me, but I still felt like I should at least try. Very good. Alright, my child. Now, I will be back at my usual way of fighting. Good luck.
Alright.
Since I'm very hurt, it is probable that I will be very passive, trying to annoy you. That was close. Ooh. Whoa, we were stuck in each other there for a moment. Oops. Ouch, she got me. She's crippled. It's usually when I can do the most amount of damage. Good job, my child. You got me. Situations like this, when you know that your opponent is close to falling, are deceiving. When you chase your opponent into a corner, like a beast, that is when they are the most dangerous. They have nothing to lose, nothing to fear, nothing to prove. The pressure is all on you to finish it. But you kept your cool, and in the end, you got the victory. I believe we had enough for today, my child. Unless there is anything else you need me to do. Perhaps a different weapon. Perhaps some more drilling exercises. Whatever you wish, I am here for you.
I did find the drilling exercises useful. However, I realize that these things can be taxing.
I am ready for a few more. Would you like me to do the lunges? Or perhaps all the combinations? Remain stationary, or in fact, try to run around as much as I can, and be a difficult target?
Perhaps the lunges and running around as much as you can.
Very well. I will try to only do damage with my lunges, and to be hard to hit. Good luck. Oops. By the way, I genuinely recommend trying similar exercises with your friends or with your favorite sparring partners, especially if you're trying to learn the one-handed sword. These lunges are so crucial to any kind of, I would say not even one-handed sword tactics, but also whenever you're facing it. It's like the bread and butter, you know, of one-handed sword. And if you really want to be good with it, you cannot just rely on your combos or on your light attacks or sprinting attacks or even, you know, injured combos whenever those are available. The lunges are so freaking useful. And if you're precise with them, if you know, the distance management, and if you know when to do them and when not to, it can really make you unstoppable in PvP. Even when the ping isn't the best, you can still be precise, be annoying. Even if you fail to hit them for the first time. Hello, Ninja. Yeah, the two-handed axe is actually a lot of fun to use. I do kind of like it. It has a very limited moveset, but still an impressive weapon. Just doing a few drilling exercises with Geode, teaching her how to punish her lunges. I've gotten so used to fighting you using the sword, people, that I know when to dodge them. Oh, that is awesome, Hunger. I'm so glad to hear that. I love sparring against different people. You learn so freaking much about like all the various styles, latencies, and approaches to fighting in general. Oh, very good pressure. Missed that. When to? Gotcha. How are you doing, Ninja? It's good to see you. Yes, that was perfect. Keep the pressure on. Remember, half of the battle, with me connecting the lunges, is you positioning yourself into them. If you do not do that, it will be much harder for me to hit anything with them. Nicely done. Doing alright? Dug some trenches in the yard yesterday. Paying for it today. Oh no! We'll get some rest, my man. Don't overdo it. Trenches can wait. Very good, my child. What's next?
The one-handed attacks, the light attacks.
Very well. I will be as annoying as possible with them. Good luck. Expect heavy pressure.
Well,
Oh, this is the John special. I will need to be close to you at all times. Oftentimes, the only way for me to get outside of your reach will be through dodging. Oops. Notice that I am almost always trying to hit you from an angle, never from the front. That never goes too well for me. I always position myself to your side or hit you from the back. Yes, now I was facing you from the front. And it was difficult. Damn it! I'm resting today. I regained 10 of the 20 pounds I lost to COVID. Oh no! Well, hopefully it's muscle mass. RIP indeed. And no, you know, fat storage. Well, you still have 10 more left, Ninja. You'll be fine. And then you can catch COVID again, you know, and be fit again. You know, keep some COVID in the fridge, just in case. In case your diet fails you. Yeah, it's muscle. It was muscle and fat I lost. Gotcha. Hello, Basil. I've been so busy, I didn't even see the time. Oh, that's awesome. Have you... I think I saw you on the playlist. How are you enjoying your new character? Is it something cool and unique, as always? Or are you playing a boring human? Who are, by definition, very much unique. It's been a lot of work. Oh. Well, I presume that you will not spoil things for me, but at least allude to what we can expect. You are playing a boring human, nice! Well, in that case, you are playing the most exciting character of them all. I love humans. They're cool. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mute myself. Have a yawn. Boring human buddies. Heck yeah. Oh, are you guys together? Oh, are you guys? Oh, that's awesome. I do love me some Basil and Hunger team. Or are you just, humans and not tribe and humans? Might be the case too. You brought a new person in? Heck yeah. Basil playing? No way. Oh yes, he is. Also human high five. It's good to have your answer. Always a pleasure. You feel loved? Well, you should be. And whoever doesn't love you, well, they simply have yet to know you. In all your glory. Aww. Got a nice, lovely message in the recognition chat. Doesn't happen too often these days, and it's not that I, need it or demand it, but, well, it's always nice to see. Thank you, guys. Oh man, that really sounded like I was fishing for compliments. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to ruin everything fast. It's fine. Listen, Hunger. You are always in my DMs cheering me on. So, don't you dare. Stopping. I always appreciate it. Yeah. We all missed your face. Alright, the server should be back soon, right? Got the best haircut this season. It's flopping everywhere. Nice. Can't wait to see it. Alright, where is that server of ours? Is it back? Let me see. 1203. Yes, it should be back, but I don't see it. Alright. He's not supposed to call you out. Sorry, Hunger. But I will always call you out on being nice. You got a new accent for this guy. Ooh, that's exciting. Very well, my child. Let us resume where we stopped. It is time for more light attack action.
Alright,
Yes,
I'm
you
ready.
are. Oh, by the way, I saw a church. Was that yours? Well, if it's the one over here, near the sinkhole, then it is indeed ours. Very good. That was impressive. Too close. Remember, you always want to face me. And strike head on. Give me as little room to work with as possible. Yes. Very good. Even the third heavy attack connected. Oof. Poor Geode. That looked painful. This looks so, like, annoying. And I feel so bad every time I stuck someone in these light attacks. But it's also extremely rewarding. Probably my favorite thing to do with one-handed sword. Oh, thank you. Lovely culpabilis, Jess, Geode, and of course Orange Soda built that. Or contributed to building that. I was just there looking pretty. And cheering them on. Not bad, but you can still do better. Remember, my child, with these light attacks, my reach is limited. Yours, in fact, benefits from it. Use it. Try not to let me get close. Try to keep at least partial distance. How much you can. You know what attacks are coming. Use it against me. Never show me your back. Never roar back to me like that. Good. One of the underused skill of yours is the ability to walk backwards like this, always watching me as your opponent, but making sure there is enough distance. Good. Yes, that was perfect. Perfect. Try to do this, exactly that, more often. Yes. That third heavy attack was not necessary. Good. Very good. Nicely done. Tell her to walk backwards while you walk towards her? Yeah, exactly. It gives her more time to react when you get in the rage. I actually gave her that advice before you even mentioned it, Ninja, but you're so absolutely correct. I feel like that is something that she could really benefit from. I hope that I'm helping to support the roleplay. You absolutely are capable. I can't help but feel like I missed a mark with my building and made it a bit too fancy. No! Listen. It's not just Lionel, okay? It can just be a dent.
Can I just practice making sure that I understand your range and my own range?
Of course.
I'd like to practice more backing up, if you would. Just whatever variation moving forward you'd like.
Very well. I will try to supplement your needs. Very good. Come on, Shield. Have my back. Very good. I have nowhere to run. I can still be dangerous. Good fight. It's sort of what I found to be the biggest advantage of Reach, for Reach, creating bigger reaction windows. For two-handed axe, I like to use the backswing to hit so I move off target and pass them. Ooh.
It is your choice.
Is that prudence?
Oh, shall we go find out?
But of course. Greetings, my child. It has been a while.
What are you doing? Are you fighting?
No, we are practicing. My child, I do not want to scare you, but in these lands, in all the lands I have ever preached in, there is always resistance. Resistance to our teachings. Resistance to our attempts to bring salvation to these people. Some souls are simply too far gone, too accustomed to the corruption binding them to this place. And in the end, they might even turn into those who are willing to preserve this place, to fight for it, so that it can fall into corruption and more darkness. Some of these souls might become so unfortunately desperate that they might even oppose us in battle, attack us, defend their territories. and stop us at attempting to save them. And for those moments, we do need to be prepared to defend ourselves.
I see. Has anything happened?
Not yet, but our mission is far too important to take chances. We need to be prepared for everything. It is my hope that we will never need to use our weapons. But if it comes down to it, the heretics cannot stop us.
You're going to fight people?
Yes.
As
evil.
in, there's going to be a war. You think?
My child, we already are at the war. The war against evil never stops. Since the beginning of times, we have been fighting this battle in this mortal realm. Our souls are currently being fought for by the ways of evil and light. And it is our job to teach these people to open up their souls so that they can be embraced by the light that we are offering them.
Do you need anything from me? What do I do?
Praise Petra. My child, what I need you to do is to be safe and to perhaps try to convince as many in the carnival, in their surroundings, anyone you meet, to perhaps dedicate their life to a higher purpose, to achieve something more in life than to simply enjoy the food, the fornication, the lazy lifestyle, living day by day. What I need you to do, my child, is to teach them, to show them, and to guide them.
Me? Why would anyone listen to me?
Because, my child, you chose to walk the righteous path willingly. You showed courage. You showed bravery. You showed understanding.
I guess.
We all have something to share. And perhaps it is time for you to share with us what truly brought you in these lands. My child, we know very little about you, but it is enough, of course, for us to welcome you with open arms, to offer you this sanctuary. But I want you to know that if there is ever more that you would like to share with us, we are always willing to listen and to help you with any problem you might have. If there is anything that makes you afraid, do not hesitate to share your concerns with us. For the only way to overcome your fears is to identify them and to find support. Greetings, Nyla.
Good day.
It is good to see you again. I hope you had a good rest.
Indeed. Hope I'm not intruding.
Not at all. We are simply chatting, catching up. I should probably inform you all. My apologies, my child. Please, do talk.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, looking real pretty down there. With,
Indeed.
you know, the buildings and the garden and
our architects, have done a masterful job. I myself prefer a more modest way of life. But I am not the only one living here. And I also understand that just like a good painter needs to paint, a good architect needs to build. It is a gift, a blessing. And perhaps others, not just us, can benefit from this. But what I was trying to say and share with you before, I don't know if you are aware, but the ringmaster, the one in charge of the carnival, was recently killed.
How?
Killed?
Yes. Those that were close to him shared with me that apparently one called Skellycat was to be blamed for his death. Apparently the evidence was quite damning and irrefutable.
Skelly what?
Indeed, I do not know what creature or person they were talking about, but I need you to be careful, and if you encounter anything even remotely close to a Skellycat, I need you.
Wait, a skelly cat?
Yes. Am I not correct? There.
Yes, you are correct. They had said that a child known as Skellycat had attacked the ringmaster.
A child?
They were asking our opinions on how it should be punished. Should it be tried as though it were guilty?
Oh, that's why.
Perhaps because it was a child it should garner some leniency. It was a conversation.
Is this a person or an animal?
I do not know. They only said Skellycat, but considering that I have heard the ringmaster's body was found clawed, I would suspect it is an animal.
Indeed.
Whether that animal possesses a humanoid form, I do not know.
It cannot. This is no place for a child. These lands are far dangerous. A child would not be able to survive, even with a loving parent. It must be an animal, acting perhaps so rash.
What about that black one we saw? The woman, she was sort of a cat, right?
Indeed, but I do not believe that one would cause such an atrocity.
No, she seemed quite nice, but I guess it wouldn't be the first nice person to do something terrible.
That is true. In the end, the only one who can really trust is no one.
Well, that just sounds really lonely.
No, my child. It is not. There is something far more powerful, far more important than trust. It is called faith. If you believe in something so strongly that no logical evidence can disprove it, then, my child, you will never be alone. You will have your faith with you. And if your faith is powerful enough, it will inspire others to believe in what you believe.
Alright.
Nevertheless, I recommend you and others to visit the carnival and to perhaps talk to others and learn as much as you can about this ringmaster, about this Skellycat, and find a way to make things right. They will be grieving and they will need counseling. Try to be supportive.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, my frail old body needs to have his rest. But I put my faith in you, that you will see this through, and that you will try your best to help out the people of Carnival in need.
Well, I will certainly do my best.
Just remember, my child, you need to resist the temptations that might take you off the path towards salvation. I know.
What?
I know that the urge to crunch on the popcorn is strong, but it's called a devilish crunch for a reason. I beg you, my child, please resist the urge. Know that it leads towards nothing but a filled stomach with nothing but air and crunch. It provides you no nutritional value. Only gruel can do that. That's so wrong. It is a lie in the form of a crunch that you must resist.
Father, I won't eat it.
Very good, my child. I pray for your strength and your courage. Take as much gruel as you need to satisfy your hunger before you venture into the carnival. At least 5 bowls of gruel.
I don't know if I can eat that much.
Try your best. Wash it down with plenty of water. And don't forget to bring some spare clothings. And, of course, some pamphlets. Share as many of them with the inhabitants of Carnival. They will need spiritual guidance.
We have that?
Yes. The church should be filled with clothes for needed and food.
Alright, and
Oh boy.
yes, sure. Alright.
Very good, my child. That is quite a congregation.
I was about to say,
Oh,
perhaps we should go visit our guests.
Guess.
who are they?
Perhaps. Let us not keep them waiting. Yeah, apparently hunger. Greetings, everyone.
Greetings. Inaro I Kandar Dalamar.
Same to you, if that was a greeting.
You are in the presence of the Exalted One. Wasan Nadaru.
I am. We are honored by your presence, the Exalted One. I do apologize, we are not aware of your customs. It is appropriate of us to kneel, or to perhaps simply remain stationary. That was awesome.
Dalamar. Inkanar Noria.
Then I shall kneel to show my respect in the presence of royalty, gracing our lands with her visit. Same goes to her followers. You are all welcome. My name is Lionel, the Heavenly, and this is my congregation.
Who is it that we follow for congregation?
I am glad you asked. I follow a prophecy that led me to these lands that are about to succumb to the eternal corruption, slowly closing in, consuming everything in its way. I am here to put an end to this, and to save as many souls from eternal damnation, and to show them how to reach salvation before it's too late.
Eternal corruption. In these lands, they are corrupted, are they?
Yes. Have you seen the city of Unnamed? Not too far from here. Have you seen the carnival?
The carnival. I have seen it, yes.
All of those are signs of the inevitability.
I do not disagree with you about the carnival. It is an unpleasant sight, an unpleasant feeling.
Some of the carnival people, the residents of carnival, have potential. They have dedicated their lives to a higher purpose, to protect, to save, and to help. But others are simply mindless beasts who care for nothing but entertainment.
Yeah. Yes. I do not care as much for the surface dweller games. It is more from my personal view. I find the carnival to be of an unimportant value in the larger schemes of life and what drives us.
Indeed, my child, it provides very little spiritual guidance and no stimulation to the soul, apart from momentary enjoyment.
Agreed. It is, as I would say, not needed for further enlightenment, one may say. That I can agree with you. I would like to introduce you as well to the woman to my right, is Nara Kalis, the high priestess of our people.
Truly a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, it is good to meet you as well.
And her backpack.
Yes. I do wish that Manara Nazaya was here. She would love to probably speak to you, I imagine, about some of these lands. You seem to be well versed and knowledge in what is happening around us all here.
My child, you give me too much credit. But I appreciate your kind words. We are here always for everyone. The church you see over there is a place of worship open to the public. Every time you make your way here, please stop by. Accept the refreshments. Look around and talk to anyone you will find here. You will find us most welcoming to our guests.
Ila Kandara Umnura Nara Kelis.
Oh, that's so cool, they're translating! Oh, it's so nerdy, I love it.
I believe Khalees may need to adjust her clothing after her short nap. You are welcome to use the church to do so.
I would very much appreciate that, thank you.
Of course. Terra, please. Show her the way.
Lionel, yes?
She
Yes.
has found it.
Very good.
How do you plan to remove this corruption in these lands and combat it, or I suppose, conquer it? Do you know what brings the corruption?
Yes, my child. It is my firm belief that we brought this corruption upon us with our actions, with our lack of modesty, with our impertinence. The only way to put an end to this
I see you have
is through small acts of kindness, through spirituality, through dedicating our lives to a higher purpose. to, of course, bring salvation upon as many of our loved ones and all those around us, to give them a chance to make something better out of their lives, to live a spiritual life full of virtue and modesty. That is my hope that will put an end to the inevitable.
What about those that do not wish to follow in such as you would look at it as worthy tenets of your faith and worthy morals that would bring goodness to your society and others? If this is to be so, what of those that would like to see you removed? I imagine there has to be somebody. Not everybody wishes to live in goodness.
You are correct, my child, even though I would wish that you were not. There are those who are not prepared. There are those who dedicated their lives to nothing but evil, spreading lies, misinformation, and living their lives in filth. But those are the ones that need our help the most, and they do not deserve our judgment. They do not deserve our righteous anger. They deserve our pity and our help. And we are here for them. If they send us back home, then we will come the next day. If they are not ready to listen to our message, then we will simply give them some more time, and we will arrive when it is time. When they are
But
courageous enough.
What if these people come to put your people to the blade? Do you know how to defend yourselves?
Unfortunately, yes, my child. We would prefer to deal with things peacefully, but we are no strangers to violence.
Interesting.
But we would never attack anyone who doesn't see things our way. That is not how we conduct ourselves. Unfortunately,
This is good.
our mission is
as long
far
as your
too.
people can defend yourselves, it is important.
What about you?
What of us?
Your priestess, I presume. You must face a similar predicament. You are here for a reason, aren't you? You must have felt the corruption in these lands.
I have, yes.
What is your assessment?
Well, it is clear that these lands are indeed corrupted. I haven't experienced much of it, but the little that I have, it's been, how do I put this? Well, it's prevalent.
Indeed. Sometimes the evil chooses to be subtle and hard to detect. It can be in all of us. Even the one who claims to be pure can be spreading the message of evil and hatred. We must always be vigilant.
Indeed. We must always be vigilant. We do not know if the corruption is to spread, or whether lies are to be spread, or whether enemies are right in front of us or not. The world is a dangerous place, and I have lived through it. And I have experienced it in great sorrow. I am only happy to be here with my people. And that is of importance to me, as the pale spider watches over us.
I am sorry to hear that, my child, but I am glad that you're not facing these trials alone.
We are never alone. Not when our people are together. Not when Manara and Azaya watches over us. As the herald.
Thank you so much for the follow, bro.
Azael.
Then please, whenever you feel the need to socialize, to perhaps find those that share your perspective, you will always find friends here. And if you share a similar sentiment when it comes to defending your ways from those who might want to put an end to them, then we might also conduct some consensual sparring exercises, if that is the way of your people.
Exercises, you say?
Training.
Ugh. Training. I appreciate the offer. My people have experienced much in the past. I would not put it past them if they wish to engage in a further training with others. However, many are already veterans of the wars that we have fought in to earn our freedom from the enslavement of others. Now we are here to live as the Pale Spider wishes us to live, and as Manara Nazaya wishes us to be commanded.
Praise her.
As she is our matron, and she will lead us and guide us.
You gave these people a chance to experience freedom, and for that, you have my thanks. It is a perilous journey, but it is a journey worth embarking on.
Well, it was not.
Ikano Nuri na.
Oh, it's so cool.
It was not I, it was our matron. She deserves all the credit.
Very well.
But your respects are appreciated nonetheless.
But please, do not let me fill this situation with my voice alone. This is Terra, the purifier of darkness. This is Prudence, the fearless.
Ikan Vunari Nara Makath.
And this is Nyla, the ferocious.
It is a pleasure to meet you all.
Indeed.
Should you be in need of supplies or any aid, we can try to facilitate what you may need. And as the Holy Father has mentioned, we are going to begin enacting quite a bit of sparring and training. And should anyone be around and willing, I do not see any reason you cannot join our matches.
It's mostly just me and Gio.
Yes, it could be healthy to spar together.
It can help to become, rather to not become stale in the same opponents you face.
Oh, by the way, Cool Bubble, I am so sorry for not responding earlier. I don't actually know. I feel like I would need to have a very good reason to hold a sermon and a lot of time to prepare for it.
I can agree.
I can do like an impromptu one, but I would actually like to turn it into like a special event. But I cannot have a sermon like every day or every week. I feel like it would get old very quickly. So I'm kind of waiting for not only the opportunity but also inspiration. So I'm sorry that I'm not really.
And who else is it that
announcing
joins
anything
you?
just
I
yet.
apologize if you've already introduced them, but it takes me a few times to gather names correctly.
But yeah, they're very cool group.
Ilakandora Nura Pug.
I love the Elven language or Dwarven. Not Dwarven. The.
And everyone in your
Drowen.
party has traveled from the same place.
Yes. There's some places.
Yeah,
Many of us have
exactly.
come from other
I have no idea
regions.
what they're saying, but it sounds cool.
Ikandara Norara Pug. Now.
I am Poog.
I am Poog.
Don't you think the other masters are better at speaking than this one?
I like Poog. Let Poog speak. Poog's the best. Poog MVP, Poog for president.
Alright. This is Malcath. I like Malcath.
Hmm.
And the other one over there is Dalamar.
Very good, Pooh.
Thank you.
May I
Malcath,
ask who you are
what do you-
translating for?
Who I am translating for?
Yes, you do seem to stop and speak in an uncommon language.
It is the language of our people.
I suppose my true question is, does anyone here not speak the language of common?
No. We speak it, but some of us are not as well versed. Sometimes it feels more comfortable to speak in our native tongue.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure that I would never need a translator for any individual who may arrive.
No, you should not need a translator. Many of our people should be able to understand you clearly. However, sometimes it is easier for us to speak in our native tongue to the others.
It is an excellent skill to speak multiple tongues. It is good to see that you are keeping it alive among yourselves.
Thank you. Malcath, what do you think of what they have said about this corruption within the land?
Oh yes, it is quite corrupt.
Have you been able to find anything about this or what they speak of? I do know that the man at the blasted carnival yesterday, when speaking to myself and Manara, Nazaya, he spoke of cultists in the north. Do you know anything at Malkath about that?
I've not heard tales of cultists in the north. However, I have run across a few minor sorcerers and cultists of the like. I put them to the sword.
Yeah. Do you know of cultists in the north, supposedly? And I also, Dalamar, speak, I believe you were spoken to about savages who ran around.
Yes, Wanaru, Wasanunaru. Savages, primitives, inferiors, running around. Unspoken to the common tongue, they're runtish brutes. It seems the intelligence before is that they have assaulted, robbed, and kidnapped unspecified amounts of people. Only one will speak intelligently enough, a woman with red hair. The rest of the males seem to garb themselves in inferior clothing, garbed in bare skin, horns and antlers protruding from them.
That is truly
You
sad
heard
to
that-
hear, but we have also witnessed similar cultists before. It is as if they were robbed of their humanity, and now turned into mindless beasts, controlled by this overriding intelligence for their own twisted ways. It must be put to an end before they hurt anyone or themselves.
What of the savages that my Dalamar speaks of? You heard of these people too? Putting people to the sword, running and not being able to speak common.
I do not believe we have met this particular kind. There are many who fit this description. Similar ones. Perhaps it is only a matter of time before we are facing a similar trial. But thanks to your warning, we will be prepared.
Yes, tell me again about these people in the north. You have had contact with them before? No? Yes?
Prudence, you looked as though you had something to say. Did you wish to add something before I tell them of what I've seen in the north?
Oh, it's not important.
Please, Prudence, everything that you might be willing to share is important.
Well, I was going to warn them that there is perhaps a kitty murdering people. So you should know.
That is true.
What? Murdering people?
The leader.
The ringmaster. Apologies.
No, please, go ahead.
The ringmaster of the carnival was murdered yesterday by someone or something called the Skelly Cat.
You're a baby.
I've never heard
Aw,
of such a
is a
thing.
baby.
I was informed yesterday that whoever led the circus, yes, was killed.
It is Adrian.
But I do not know by what or whom. But
No.
Skelly Cut?
A Skelly Cat is what they called it. We will be traveling there again very soon, a few of us, to see if we cannot find out more information on what or who this is.
Shouldn't we
When
stay
you
away
say-
from it?
When you say travel there, where exactly?
I will be going back to the carnival to speak to the people there and see what else or what other information they have on this creature. Apparently, they think it a child and are concerned with how they will judge it for its crimes, if it is truly guilty. And currently, it is not sure. They are not sure that it has actually been the one to commit this.
Child? A child has done such things, or perceives to be a child.
I believe it may perceive to be a child, perhaps one not correctly raised, or perhaps it is mentally stuck in the state of a child.
I see. And you go to the carnival to find people to speak about with this, yes?
Yes, there is one, she is a cat. I do not actually know what she is. She claims she is a predator. She seems to know about this Skelly Cat, and know about what it has done. She is the one I will speak to if I can find her.
Interesting. I
Well-
have question. You speak of your people who speak of corruption in land, yes? And you spoke of these carnival being subject to some of this corruption and the way it is, yes?
Correct.
Can I ask why? I feel it is an odd place, especially with the clear signs of necromancy at this.
Because if we can save one soul from the carnival, it will be worth us venturing into such a horrid place.
Yes,
And
but
every soul
why
deserves a
do
chance.
you find it so corrupted?
The carnival, my child.
Yes.
Well, it
Why
is
do you
simple.
find it corrupted?
It is literally built on a burial place. There are skeletons, bones, all around the carnival. A foul, twisted mist enveloping the place. Creatures of all potential
popcorn.
ways of life. And of course, the devilish crunch, offering the constant source of temptation, of which many succumb to on daily basis. There is a gambling den, luring unfortunate souls to waste their fortunes, waste their life away in exchange for empty promises. And of course, the entire place serves nothing but a momentary thrill as a reminder of how empty and worthless the life of a carnival person can be.
And that popcorn, it tastes so good only to remain in your teeth, is it? As a curse.
Hello, Psycho.
I've not
Punishment.
heard of this snack or food, but I do not disagree with you, Lionel. I do find the place to be much of what you said, especially as a gambling den.
It is quite unfortunate, my child.
Fairly
One of our own, Talib,
dangerous.
apparently had a heated discussion with the owner of the place, who tried to convince him that gambling is good, that they have honorable intentions by stealing the money of all these hardworking people, that they are using it to feed the people of the carnival, to build their tents. But I say, why can't you have a normal job? Why do you have to steal other people's money to
Yes.
finance your decadent way of life?
Yes, I do not agree with the way the surface dwellers present these
No, don't call me that.
carnival of games. Is to trick the mind, to create, as I would say, satisfaction in temporary things that do not entirely matter.
Indeed. It is a distraction. Corruption is consuming these lands, and this carnival is here to spread happiness. And my question is, why? There are people dying all around us, turning into these mindless brutes, and we are supposed to look at someone walking on a rope. It is a diversion. Your voice is too hot for RP, my friend. What? Thank you so
Yes.
much. I think that's the first
What can
time
you
I
tell
ever
me?
heard such
I
a compliment
imagine your
before.
people have been here for some
thank
time,
you.
preaching your ways and confrontations with the carnival and such. What can you tell me of these lands and the people who reside here?
My child, the people in these lands show a lot of promise and courage, but not all of them. Some of them are so far gone that they will be willing to defend their way of life. And they will openly dispute us, attack us verbally. But all of these people deserve to have a chance to walk the righteous path like the rest of us, so that their souls can be saved. That is all I know about them, and that is all I need to know. They have many interesting tales to share, many experience, and many wisdom, of which we can learn from.
Specifically, there are some of these people in these lands. I have met a creature of the Fae here. I do not know exactly what type of Fae creature it is, but it assumes the look a fairy or pixie. Is this creature does it reside with people whom I suppose verbally
Oh, I'm
attack
sorry,
you, as you
Kobo.
said?
It's very late for me. Indeed, my child, and please, do not accept my ignorance. Challenge it with knowledge, so that we can benefit from your wisdom. You are correct. Unfortunately, I didn't have quite enough time to get to know some of these residents as much as I would love to. But perhaps with your help, we might share some of this knowledge so that we can better help these creatures that might have individual needs.
Ikrana orierno, Ivarana, Kalis.
May I ask a question?
Ivonadori. Alador.
Yes, go ahead. You have a question.
Yes, well, I was wondering if you're all family, siblings or related?
I am sorry. Repeat that.
Oh, I was just wondering if you are a family, you know, like, related siblings or... Sorry, it's a stupid question.
If we have family.
No, if you are. You know, with one another?
I can not really know.
He's asking. It's like, I don't know.
Wasanaru, Katustini Mendese, Kanshanaman, Kutuludumit Sibikiti.
I can not really know.
Ikanaraya.
Oh boy. We apologize. This is the first time we have encountered your kind, and perhaps our question was inappropriate. We are simply trying to get to know you.
I can not really know. Hey na, Dalamar. Dalamar has informed me that you speak of if we share blood, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, many of us, our people are vast. Many of us do not. We have siblings and other creatures, or other people. I suppose Manara Nazaya is my sister, when you have the pleasure of meeting her. Other than that, I do not know of the relationships of everyone else here. As if they have brothers and sisters. I imagine many died, as well as Dalamar's brothers, in the Civil War, to free ourselves from enslavement. I do not know, but you will have to speak to the others who understand and know their histories. Much of our lineage has been burned, as our libraries
Leah
have been
loves
destroyed
this
when we fled the lands
storytelling, lore telling.
we once fought for.
So I'm really
Now
glad
we
that they are
look
so open about
for
it.
a new place to call home for our people.
I truly hope that you find it here. I'm sorry to hear those things have happened to you.
Yes, I thank you.
Hello, Nimerian. Oh, his name is
I
Paolo.
have another question,
I see.
but I don't know if it's appropriate.
Speak. Yes.
Have you been brought together with, by faith, then? Religion or otherwise?
Iklanonena, Kalis.
We all are guided under Zael, the great white spider.
Oh, I like spiders. They're good for nature.
Oh boy. Don't tell that to poor Talib.
Um.
I love how awkward she is.
Yeah.
She is who set us free.
You have done well, Prudence. Chin up.
Sorry, Orange. Kachusinina Tabalale Dra.
If you are ready, I can return the conversation to your last question you had. The only group of people in the north I have heard of. It can be found just outside of the portal to the frozen bridge.
Ikanara, Huda, Dalmar. I am sorry, continue.
Not at all. And there seems to be a consistent summoning going on there. Large demonic beasts that appear a small group of people. I do not know what they are trying to summon, but they never seem to succeed. Myself and many others have cleared them numerous times.
You're amazingly.
I do not know if they are the ones you seek of, but it is a small group to be wary of if you are not prepared for a battle.
They reside in the north, yes? Of here?
Yes. And by the ice bridge, if you travel through one of the doorways at the carnival, I believe it is called the ice bridge. Is that right, Adria?
I believe so.
Interesting. Perhaps this is what the man spoke of.
It is very adorable.
That is all the information I have of the north. Beyond, there is some kind of curse that sits over the Black Temple. I'm sorry, the Black Keep. But I do not think that has anything to do with what you are looking for.
No. It is not. Again, we are more interested in understanding the peoples
Who
of
the
this
heck is
land,
that?
so that we may reside and be
That's a beefy boy.
our people here.
He's healing.
Quite a large one.
It's like, I have a boo boo.
Indeed.
I possess a second inquiry.
Ask.
Have your people heard of information or heard of a people race who dwell underground, known as the Drow?
I have heard no recent information of Drow. I know of them, but nothing in particular.
My, my. The man has just gone over and slaughtered those people over there.
The savage of these lands, perhaps. Do not let him near me.
Soon was on there.
I do not wish to speak to such people.
Oh no, he's coming back.
Honoria.
Have faith, my child.
He slaughters people in cold blood.
It's just...
Cannot...
It's so weird.
I believe that is the same man we met inside of Seppa Maru, Nyla. The day that he was running around killing people unprovoked, slaughtering all that he saw.
Indeed. He would not converse with us, as I recall.
Yes, he said, I believe, two things before he ran away, as though two women could scare him.
What did he say? But that's what he said?
No, he merely said hello and goodbye, as he then went and began attacking more people.
Perhaps he has a toothache from the popcorn. You know, I know when my teeth hurt.
Toothache?
Never mind.
I have not seen him before, but perhaps he is one of those savages. But we should learn, Dalamar. If he is one of those savages, you know what to do. Besides that, I thank you all for the information that you have given us. And I believe, Dalamar, as he asked, you have not seen Drow in these lands, other people that may resemble us, that are those who are not standing before you.
I have not seen any drow.
Neither
other
have
than
I.
your.
Thank you. We are simply curious. If you do see any drow that are not of our people, we would greatly appreciate it if you could let us or inform us of this.
Very well, my
How
child.
would we know? How would we know? You know that they are. Is that a silly question?
Drow look very similar to ourselves. We tend to have white and silverish hair, eyes of purple or hazels.
Perhaps a
Dark
similar
skin
style of clothing.
Yes, and our skin tend to be of darker tone.
Yeah, the baby noises.
Except for those who are blessed by the pale spider, of course. But if you meet any, simply you may ask them perhaps.
Indeed.
If they respond and let you know, we would greatly appreciate the information.
And if we are lucky enough to meet one of your kind, or to at least have a suspicion of someone who resembles them, then we will let you know, so that we can help you facilitate this reunion with the rest of your people.
Icanorino, Ivorno. Yes. Thank you, Lionel.
How would we reach you? Do you have a birdcage set up?
Yeah. Icanorino. I do not believe so.
I love the moon. That's this little light.
Perhaps we can bring the information to you, if you wish.
Yes, along the river, there is a cave. Near a large building that
I bet it's gonna
on
be this
top
one.
of large cliff that has seemed to be ruined and abandoned. Below that is a small stream or river, if you can call it that. Upon near that there is a cave that we have established our home in. It would not be difficult to find, I hope, with what I have described.
I think I know the place. We will seek you out.
Yes, thank you for your time, and I appreciate what you have told us. Let the pale spider guide you and protect you. Iliandarona.
Travel safely.
Farewell.
Farewell, my children.
Bye.
May the light guide you.
Safe travels.
What a travel.
I believe we will find out soon, for I do not think this was the last time these proud people met us or visited us.
That was so exciting, don't you think? I mean, they seem knowledgeable and
Then perhaps,
good people.
my child, you should focus your efforts on them. Try to learn from them as much as possible. Try to get to know them, so that we can better save their souls when the time comes.
Hello. Goodbye.
The same man.
No, I do not believe so. He was far shorter than the other one earlier.
How can you see that?
He did run very close to you and directly underneath the lamp.
And I believe they had horns.
Yes, but it kind of slopes down. It's a bit hard to see how tall people are.
Maybe it was a simple
Terra.
mountain goat running back home before it's too late.
Yes, Father Lionel. A mountain goat.
My eyesight is not what it used to be. After all, it is quite dark.
Neither is
And
mine,
I do know
apparently.
that you were very tired.
Yes, the hour grows late. Also known as the grower. Good night, my children.
That's right. Good.
The grower.
Night, Father.
Good night, my child. Oh, it's the big guy again. Greetings, my child.
It's good, Father.
It is good to see you. The rest of the congregation is over there on the cliff. Unfortunately,
Understood.
I am on my way to have my rest, for it has been a long day.
I understand. I bid you a good rest, good Father.
Thank you, my child. The rest will fill you up on everything.
Understood.
Have a lovely start of your day.
Thank you. Good day again, good Prudence.
Good Prudence. Oh, I wish I could RP with them forever. This is such a cool group. It's just me and a bunch of amazing ladies. Just the way I like it. Almost. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. But that's how cults usually are. Like a giant harem. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the RP. It was a lot of fun. I didn't even occur to me that I have been streaming for almost 4 hours. That has been quite rare these days. And I am very much grateful for you being here with me. And look at this. The prince himself. The one we met over at the carnival is streaming. Sinister Owl. He is of course the vampiric prince. That was quite amazing when we met him today. So let's go give him a follow. Let's say hi to him in his lovely chat. And he also, I believe, has a bunch of babies that are often heard on his stream. So we will have a lot of fun with him. Bye bye! I'll see you guys tomorrow.